If you're looking north of Atlanta and trying to decide between Woodstock, Canton, and Marietta, please do not treat these areas like they are interchangeable. They are not. On the map, they may all look like north of Atlanta options, but in the real life, they feel very different. Woodstock gives you lifestyle and downtown energy. Canton gives you more space and newer home options. Marietta gives you character, mature neighborhoods, and location variety. And choosing the wrong one is usually not about the house. It is about the lifestyle that comes with the house. So today I'm breaking down Woodstock versus Canton versus Marietta, who each area fits best, what buyers should compare, and what sellers need to understand about how buyers are making decisions right now. I'm Irina Averyanov with Keys to North Atlanta, and I help buyers, sellers, and relocating families make strategic moves across North Atlanta. Here is the fast answer. Woodstock is usually the best fit for buyers who want a strong lifestyle center, downtown energy, restaurants, trails, events, and a community feel. Canton is usually the best fit for buyers who want more space, newer homes, larger lot, or more house for the money, as long as the commute makes sense. Marietta is usually the best fit for buyers who want character, established neighborhood, mature trees, Cobb County access, and more variety in home styles. So the question is not which one is best. The better question is which trade-off are you most comfortable living with? Because every suburb gives you something and every suburb asks you to compromise somewhere. The reason Woodstock, Canton, and Marietta come up so often is because buyers are usually trying to solve one of three problems. Number one, Alpharetta, Milton, or Roswell may feel too expensive. Number two, they want more space, but they do not want to feel disconnected from restaurants, parks, and community. Number three, they are trying to balance commute, schools, taxes, lifestyle, home age, and price. And that is where this comparison gets interesting, because all three areas can work, but they solve different problems. A buyer who loves the walkable, active feel of downtown Woodstock may not feel the same way in a more spread out Canton location. A buyer who wants newer construction and more space may not love the maintenance questions that can come with an older Marietta home. And the buyer who wants character and mature trees may not feel excited about a newer suburban community farther north. So before you choose the city, you need to understand what problem you are actually trying to solve. Let's start with Woodstock. Woodstock is often the lifestyle growth option. The big draw is downtown Woodstock, where you have restaurants, coffee shops, events, trails, shopping, and that active community feeling. For buyers who want to feel connected to a place, this matters a lot. Woodstock is not just a place where people sleep and commute. For many buyers, it feels like a destination. You also have Cherokee County appeal, access to established neighborhoods, swim tennis communities, townhomes, newer construction pockets, and in some cases, more value than buyers may find in parts of Alpharetta or Roswell. But here is the trade-off. Woodstock has grown a lot. And with growth comes traffic, busier roads, and stronger competition for the most desirable pockets. Not every Woodstock address gives you the same lifestyle. A home close to downtown Woodstock may feel very different from a home farther out. A neighborhood with an easy access to I-575 may feel very different from one that adds extra drive time every day. So if you are considering Woodstock, do not only ask, can I afford the house? Ask the following questions. How close am I to the lifestyle I actually want? How will the commute feel during my real weekday routine? And am I paying for the Woodstock lifestyle or just a Woodstock address? That distinction matters a lot. Now let's talk about Canton. Canton often enters the conversation when buyers want more space or more home for the money. This is where buyers start saying, we can get in your home, or we can get more square footage, we can get a basement that they want, we can get a larger lot with a better backyard. We can get a newer community with amenities, And in many cases, that may be true. Canton can be a strong fit for buyers who are willing to go farther north in exchange for space, newer construction, and a little more breathing room. But the biggest thing, to be honest about, is commute. Canton can look very attractive online. The homes may be beautiful. The prices may feel more comfortable. The communities may look newer. But if your daily life is still centered around Alpharetta, Roswell, Sandy Springs, Buckhead, Midtown, Perimeter, or other parts of Metro Atlanta, you need to test the drive. Not on a Sunday afternoon during the time you would actually be driving. For some buyers, Canton is absolutely the right choice. If you work remotely, want space, prefer newer construction, and do not need to commute every day, it may make a lot of sense. But if you need a predictable daily drive, be careful. With Canton, the real question is the extra space worth the extra distance? For some buyers, it is an absolute yes. For others, not once they leave it every day. Now, let's look at Marietta. Marietta is very different from Woodstock and Canton because it has so much variety. You have historic charm near Marietta Square, you have established neighborhoods with mature trees, you have ranch homes, traditional homes, renovated older homes, and some larger lots depending on the area. For buyers who want character, Marietta can be very appealing. It does not always feel as new or polished as some newer suburban communities, but that is exactly what some buyers love about it. They want trees, they want charm, they want an established neighborhood, they want proximity to the square, restaurants, parks, schools, or specific commute routes. And one thing that often comes up in Marietta conversations is schools. Cobb County has wide range of school options, and certain areas, especially parts of East Cobb, are often sought after by buyers who are prioritizing specific school assignments. But just like everything else in Marietta, this is very location specific. School assignments can vary from one neighborhood to the next one, even within a short distance. So if schools are a priority for you, it is important to look at the exact zoning for each home, not just the city name. But Marietta requires more careful research because it is not one single market. One pocket can feel very different from another one. School assignments can vary. Commute patterns can vary. Home condition can vary dramatically. Some homes are beautifully renovated, others may need significant updates. And with older homes, buyers need to pay attention to systems, roof age, drainage, layout, electrical, plumbing, and renovation quality. That does not mean older homes are bad, not at all. It means the strategy is different. With Marietta, the question is, do you want character enough to accept the maintenance and update questions that may come with a house? For some buyers, it is an absolute yes and a no-brainer. They would rather have charm, trees, and location than a newer home farther north. For others, those maintenance questions feel overwhelming. Again, it is not about which city is better, it is about which trade-offs fits your life. So let's put this side by side. If you want downtown energy, restaurants, trails, events, and a growing community feel, Woodstock may be the strongest fit. If you want more space, newer construction, larger homes, and you are comfortable with the commute, Canton may be the better fit. If you want character, trees, established neighborhoods, Cobb County access, and more architectural variety, Marietta may be the stronger fit. But here is where buyers get into trouble. They compare only price. They say, I can get more house in Canton, or Marietta has more character, or Woodstock looks fun. All true. But the better comparison is daily life. Where do you work? Where do you go during the week? How often do you want to go out? How much yard do you really want to maintain? Do you want newer construction or older charm? Do you want walkability or privacy? Do you want shorter commute or more space? Because the wrong suburb is not usually wrong on paper, it is wrong in the day-to-day lifestyle. Now, if you're a seller in Woodstock, Canton, or Marietta, this comparison matters for you too, because buyers are not only comparing your home to the house down the street. They may be comparing your home to homes in completely different markets. A Woodstock buyer may also be looking in Roswell, Canton, or Marietta. A Canton buyer may be comparing your home to Woodstock, Coming, or newer construction farther north. A Marietta buyer may also be looking at Roswell, Smyrna, East Cobb, or Woodstock depending on their lifestyle and commute needs. So when you list your home, the marketing needs to answer 4 questions. Why this home? Why this location? Why this lifestyle? Why this price? For Woodstock sellers, that may be downtown access, trails, restaurants, and community energy. For Canton sellers, that may be space, newer construction, amenities, and value. For Marietta sellers, that may be charm, mature landscaping, location, and character. Your buyer may not be comparing only within your neighborhood. They may be comparing across counties, cities, and lifestyles. Your marketing has to make the value clear. So how do you choose between Woodstock, Canton, and Marietta? Start with these 5 questions. Number 1, where do you need to be on a normal weekday? Number 2, do you want newer construction or do you prefer established character? Number 3, how much space do you really need and how much maintenance do you actually want? Number 4, do you want downtown energy, quiet space, or historic charm? Number 5, what trade-off will you still be happy with 2 years from now? The last question matters a lot because in the beginning, buyers often focus on the house, but after moving in, they leave the lifestyle, the commute, the errands, the school route, the weekend routine, the yard, the distance to friends, work, activities, and restaurants. So before you choose the suburb, make sure you are choosing the lifestyle that comes with it.